It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. I'm super delighted to be on your screen today. I am Adijari. I'm your host here on Property Matter, the number one real estate talk show here on YouTube. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, I am Adijari. I talk about real estate development, real estate investment, real estate due diligence, real estate market analysis. I talk about different aspects of real estate. We've talked about short let, we've talked about off plan, we've talked about buildings, we've talked about resorts, we've talked about commercial, we've talked about industrial, and we've also talked about residential real estate. Property Matters is a complete real estate YouTube guide that gives you all the necessary information you need to know about real estate investment, and also some important information that is regarding real estate development in Lagos, Nigeria. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, one of the way you can encourage us, one of the way you can appreciate us, one of the way you can communicate to us that you love what we're doing and you want us to continue is to give us a thumb like, subscribe to this channel so that we can reach as many people as possible. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, we have talked about different aspects of real estate investment, and that's why we compile a comprehensive guidelines and of course different YouTube episodes addressing different aspects of real estate. So after watching this educative guide at your leisure time, you can do well to check all other videos that we've talked about, and I can assure you that you're going to find value. Once again, help us reach more people. Our aim basically is to hit 1,000 subscribers before March, and you can make this possible for us. So do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, share this video with your friends, let them know what is going on in the Nigerian real estate market, and at the same time encourage them to subscribe. Thank you very much. I will be back after this short commercial. It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. This is King Scott's Property, reporting live from the beautiful city of Lagos, the Lekki Expressway, and I'm here to show you a beautiful architectural edifice called Tittok Gardens. Of course, I know you've seen this video, so it's not so surprising, but one beautiful thing I am here to verify basically is the extent of development that has been done here. Presently, Tittok is the most affordable property facing the express. So don't doubt the quality of this estate, and don't doubt the integrity of the developer, because the developers have been vetted, and of course they are known for quality. The beautiful thing about this property is that it is just 7 minutes away from the airport. Last week we went to do some price valuation of the properties that is selling, of course if they are available at the Ikeja airport, and we found out that a 400 square meter of land, simply because it's very close to the airport, is selling for 400 million. So this property is available in different square meters. We have commercial and residential. So in case you are, as you can see, it's facing the Lekki Expressway. So in case you want to know more about this property, give me a call. Have a nice day. All right, I'm super delighted to be on your screen today. If you are a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, thank you for staying tuned, and it's an honor to be on your screen today. So today we're going to be addressing important aspect of real estate. Of course, you know that we don't always give less. So today I'm going to be talking about development fee. What exactly are real estate investment companies doing with what you pay or the money they charge you for development? So today's topic is going to be insightful. Today's topic is going to be elaborate, and of course today's topic, like it has always been, is going to help most of our real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora, to make an informed real estate decision. So do well to subscribe. In case you're coming across this channel again, please do well to subscribe. And of course, if you are anticipating for this particular episode, just relax, get yourself a chilled cup of coffee, and of course a cold bottle of wine, and just relax and let us talk about development levy. So on this aspect of real estate investment, a whole lot of people have talked about, a whole lot of investors have asked several questions. A lot of people have asked me, what exactly do they do? Many people are not even aware that most of the development fees varies. Of course, I was talking with a debt investor, and the woman was saying, of course, this was what this person was charging. Now, on development fee, there's something I need to explain to you, our lovely, smart, and intelligent real estate investor. And one of the things I want you to understand basically is that every company, every real estate development company that you have bought property with, or the ones you are trying to buy property with, have a legacy of what we call developments. That means that their own perception or their own perception of development varies. And that is why I want you to understand very well that when you are buying from a real estate company, you need to have, an incisive, of course, interactive, interaction with them for you to understand what exactly is their own concept of development, because it varies. Now, for instance, I'll be giving one or two instances so that you can understand what development truly means and what exactly they are doing with the money you are paying for development fee. Like, for instance, if a developer is charging like 500,000 naira for development, as a real estate investor, you should know that a 500,000 naira development, you should not expect much. Basically, what they will just do is just to put do the perimeter fencing of the entire estate, put a gate house, or perhaps one or two in several, or in some occasions they can just put maybe one or two beacons to indicate your plot. So if you are paying that kind of money as a development fee, and of course such money basically are for estates that are majorly for land banking. Now, somebody was asking me a question that since these people are not doing development, why are they charging development fee? That is a question that I obviously cannot answer online. And I believe that if different real estate companies have their own policies, and of course if their policy does not correlate, or of course match up with your own idea of development, you can as well check other places as well. So if you are doing a 500,000 naira development fee, please don't expect much, because you see, and most times those properties are majorly for land banking. And over time, I've seen real estate companies increase their development from 500 to 1.5 to 1.2. Some charge 2 million. And in different instances, many people complain that I paid 2 million naira for development fee. Why is my plot of land bushy? Why have they not done the drainage? Why did they just fence one part and leave the other part? Now, like I told you, when you are dealing with a real estate investment company, you need to understand their own concept of development. You need to understand if their own definition to development aligns to yours. Okay, so for the fact that you have paid 1.5, you have paid 1.2, and you're expecting electricity, you're expecting good drainage, you're expecting water supply, in most cases it does not work that way. So that's why I was even saying that the caliber of the company you are dealing with. In one of my subsequent videos, I was explaining to you out there investors that it is not all real estate companies that have the capacity to do what we call a standard development. Most times when you pay some companies, what they use the money to do most times may not align or meet your expectation. So the company you are dealing with, their track record will give you an assurance and an expectation if they have what it takes to develop to do what we call development. I've given several instances of situations whereby there was a particular real estate company we bought for, that was like I think 2 years ago, and we paid 2 million. And of course, in their FAQ, their frequently asked questions, they said they were going to provide perimeter fencing, electricity, they're going to provide water, they're going to provide paved road and the likes. And today we are still working on that site. The only thing that was done in that estate basically is just the fence and the partitioning of the plots. The electricity today, we've not seen it. The water, they promised, we've not seen it. Hopefully maybe before the end of this year they may do it. So you must understand companies' capacity. Sometimes when they are charging you money for fees, you need to ask questions. How soon will this thing be provided? Do you guys have the material capacity or the resources to provide electricity in this present Nigeria? So if those questions are not adequately answered, and you don't have assurance that this company have the capacity to provide what they have promised, and you buy with them, obviously you have to just go through stress in order to mention. So for this dear client that we bought from 2 years ago, of course we just wrote to the association of that environment asking for electricity, and of course they asked the client to pay some money, which we are making provision for. So concerning drainage, they've not done any drainage. What we're doing basically is that we have raised the foundation to a level so that once it rains, the house will not be disturbed. And we're also looking at other things. So this company have not provided drainage, and We paid for this property 2 years ago. So you need to understand that on the concept of development, companies' policy varies. There are some companies that you will pay, they will deliver. You've seen it from the likes of Evermark, you've seen it from the likes of Veritasi, you've seen it from the likes of Landmark, you've seen it for the likes of Amen Estates, Adozilion, Gracias, all these companies. And there are some companies that they will collect 2 million, 1.8 million naira from you, and the development they will do is just gatehouse and fencing, and that is all. So it doesn't matter whether the company is charging 500,000, they're charging 1.5, they're charging 2 million, they're charging 3 million. It doesn't matter. What matters basically is that do they have the capacity to deliver, because we're in a real estate industry whereby it is very easy, it is very difficult for you to distinguish a real estate company that will deliver and the real estate company that might be playing on your intelligence. So on the concept of development, don't just buy because you're persuaded to do so. Check their track record, and most times before paying this money, always, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again, always have what we call an indemnity clause, that peradventure if you guys don't provide this is, I will refund you guys, will refund me, or I will take legal steps against you. That obviously is an intelligent move for you, a real estate investor. More importantly, if you are dealing with a company that has never done that kind of project before. So I'll be back immediately after this short commercial and to talk about one of the beautiful real estate investments I just stumbled upon. So just stay tuned and I'll be back. All right, you're welcome back. I'm super delighted to be here. So on the concept of development, most people have their expectations. Most people have their, what they want from a real estate company. Many investors are buying property with the intention that whenever they are ready, they start building. Many people are buying property with the intention that whenever they want to start their project, they want to lease it out and make their money within the shortest time possible. That's one of the reasons why they're buying, and most times the reverse has always been the case. It has always been contrary to their expectation. And today I'm going to be showing you a project that ticks all the boxes of what we call development, and the name of this project is called the Macarius Luxury Place. The very first thing when I got to know about this project, one of the things that happened in our Lagos State real estate in the real estate industry is that a whole lot of real estate products are being overhyped. I have to be very, very sincere with you, our lovely and smart real estate investors. A lot of investors have bought property owing to the fact that a whole lot of people have overhyped. They've said way beyond what the developer could do, and I wanted to be sure that the case of Macarius Luxury Place is not an overhyping. So what I did basically was to do my own thorough due diligence. It took us 3 weeks for us to verify what the developers intended to do and what the project is all about. And one of the things we do basically is that our own concept of real estate differs. Number one, we have a legacy we want to protect. We have a reputation that is so dear to us, and that's why sometimes you don't see us talk about all properties. You don't see us, if I don't have my records, if I don't have my due diligence intact, if I don't have what I can use to back up my claim about a property, I will not talk about it. I am not a respecter of any real estate developer. I do my own work the way it should be done. So, and that's why sometimes when an estate is being overhyped, I'm always careful. But you see, the case of Macarius is not an overhyping. What they are going to do at Macarius basically is going to be a world-class tourism center. You see, The development many real estate investors are expecting in some of the properties they've bought is what will be done here. Now, when I was explaining the concept of development to real estate investors, I was talking about the company's financial capacity to deliver. I was talking about, is this company partnering with private and other industries that can help them raise funds to actualize the aim and intention of that project? Can they match up with the expectation of their investors, and or are they going to are they going to disappoint their investors? These are some of the things you should look out for. And what is going on at Macarius is going to be a world-class tourist center. The very first thing I noticed about this developer, Pastor Ashimolowo, is due to the fact that this man has spent a whole lot of time abroad. So what is bringing is a concept of making Nigeria one of the leading tourist industry, tourist destination, and Macarius over time will bring in tourists and investors all over the world. The water display in Macarius is budgeted to take $6 million. The water display is going to have some video content where water dance in synchronization to the sound. This is what we have in some developed countries of Dubai, and this man is bringing it to Macarius. Initially, when they talked about that water display, I was skeptical because I know $6 million is a whole lot of money. But I found out that this man is partnering with some top real estate investors, and of course is doing it with, of course, some big real estate firm, big companies in Germany, and the guys that will be doing it will be coming from Germany. So Macarius is a prototype. In fact, it's going to be bigger than Banana Island once that project is finally actualized. I looked at the documents. They didn't just have a C of O, they have a registered layout, and what they have is a service plot. In this kind of estate, you pay all your fees, you give them 6 months, they allocate your plot for you, you build. Electricity has been done, water supply has been done, so you buy, you build, and everything has been done. What actually fascinates me about this project basically is that the developer has registered the layout and the survey of each plot at Alausa. When you look at other things that they are doing, they are going to do a promenade where investors or visitors will come and sit down, have refreshments, enjoy a whole lot of things, and have a view of what the water display is. You see, the water display alone is going to bring attraction not just only in Nigeria but in Africa. To now cap it all, Lagos State government have recently announced that there's going to be a train that will be moving people all the way from Marina, CMS, down to the airport. And looking at what is happening at this property, the property is just 20 minutes away from airport. The strategic thing basically is that everything you need in a property has been done. There's a school, there's a workstation, there's an hospital, there are children play area, we have hotels. So this obviously is an all-inclusive package. And according to the developer, he said Macarius is going to be a destination center, which is very which has been obviously confirmed. When we got to the site, we discovered that the portion for the water display has been created. It's not like they said, most times what they do in our industry basically is that they tell you what they are doing. Do you understand? And you don't get to say anything. It has been, in fact, we found out that one of the pipe that will be used in that water, that will be inserted on the ground for the water display, they have them in different inches, and the pipes that have been supplied at the moment cost 38 million naira. That is not all. The developer also looked at what Macarius stand for. There's a setback from the main gate to where Macarius is, and that setback, they're going to be having trees planted, water parks, hotel. And one of the things I want you to understand basically is that a project like this is an investment that will make you earn money for the rest of your life as long as you have it. Imagine a service plot in an event center. They have hotels, they have offices, they have parks, they have gardens, they have everything in Macarius. So a project like this is a full, what am I even saying, is a world class development. And owing to the fact that this has been done, all you need to do is just plug in, you pay, and you start your structure. Now, one thing most people don't understand is that despite the fact that some of these properties are located at Ibeju Lekki, by the time these real estate developers are done with the development and the plan they have for that property, the value of that property 2-3 years from today will not be the same. Like for instance, now I think a full plot at Macarius sells for 53, and a lot of people scream that in the most expensive. Yes, don't you understand that the concept of Macarius is not for everybody? Macarius is a project that is just for the 1% of the 1% billionaires that we have in Nigeria and across the world. So if you are viewing this that it's so expensive, or you're having this mindset that taking 53 million naira to Ibeju Lekki, you are definitely not part of the 1% that Macarius is, because what they are doing is a world class. This is not what the developer will promise you 2 or 3 years. You are not seeing it. The water display alone is enough to attract attention from. See, before the end, this is February, we're gradually moving to March. They only have just 50 service plots to sell at Macarius. In fact, I was not even expecting developers to even sell anything there, because what I've seen, see, the water display alone, the parks, the schools, the hospitals, the event centers, all those things alone are enough for the developer to make adequate money. But giving opportunity for people to own service plots is an added advantage. And one of the things I've understood basically is that they were having apartments, they'll be having terraces, they'll be having fully detached with trees planted. So it's an ecosystem. It's a combination of class, luxury, and nature. So this is an investment that will outclass other investments in Ibeju Lekki. Apologies to other real estate developer who might be watching this video. None of the developers saw this coming. What we're used to basically is resorts, beachfront properties, and the likes. So I know the way things are being done in Nigeria is that other real estate companies will follow suit. But you see, I can assure you that in this our present Nigeria, apart from what they are doing at the Macarius, no real estate developer will put $6 million to do a water display. And this is why you need to look at this project. And if you want to be part of it, just send us a message. You see, the Macarius development basically is a world standard development. Other estates that match up with these developments and the like of the top guns, the Landmark, the Veritasi, the Evermark, the Gracias, the Victoria Crest, all these top real estate companies, of course. But what they are doing at the Macarius is basically like a play center. So, dear real estate investor, this is the kind of project that you can buy, and your mind can be rest assured that you have bought into luxury. Most of the real estate company promise luxury, but at the end, it's because many of them don't even understand the concept and definition of luxury. Some promise luxury and they do otherwise. So 500 square meters, 300 square meters. If you're interested, just have it in mind that you are buying a tourist attraction center of world class. Just have it in the back of your mind that you are buying a property that even you yourself, you can fly from wherever you are across the world and just come and, to lodge in those places to attract, because in fact, the developer said the water display will not be free, but if you're a resident, discount will be given. Now, having a property in this kind of place, basically, you can even convert your home for commercial purpose. You can convert, and a property you're buying for maybe 53 million today, in less than 2 or 3 months, it will be worth 100 million. By this time next year, it will be 150 million. Because you see, what will necessitate that price increase is there. It's being provided. Unlike a situation whereby a company will just do fence and just get out, maybe in some cases, some paved interlocked road outside the estate, maybe 1 or 2 meters away inside the estate, and long drainage, and that's all. And they increases prices. They just wake up and increase price. What they're doing here is a world-class event center, and here is from King's Court Property. I can categorically tell you that if you can afford it, don't think twice. Go for it. Contact us. Let us get you started. From time to time, we will give you updates as event is coming. The most fascinating thing of all, basically, is that they said that water display will be completed between now and next year. Once that thing is is completed, people will not want to leave. I doubt if people will still have interest in Lekki, Victoria Island, and the likes, because everything they are looking for in that place will be at the Macarius. And this is why I want to appeal to you and in our dear investors. Even if it is half plot you can buy, just have something there. Now you now compare an investment there in the Macarius to other places you've got. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain of today's episode. I was talking about the Macarius. I was supposed to talk about development. So development there basically is of high class, world standard, which is a very good one. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain of today's episode of Property Matters. In case you want to know more about profitable real estate investment destination Lagos, Nigeria, you can do well to to contact us, and we will be in the best position to guide you. Have a nice day. God bless you. Bye.